Forget number 1. The real battle on this list was for the coveted number 4 spot. This character was slugging it out with Nobiki Tendo over who got top honors, and as much as I love Nobiki Tendo, how could I not hand over number 4 to Mousse? What is not to like about this guy? His unique look, easily setting him apart from the rest of the cast. His style of fighting. I mean, who wouldn't want to shoot a chain out of his or her sleeve? His personality, which is charming and nerdy with little itty-bitty sparks of insanity. Mousse has it all in one giant Megillah. On the whole, we identify his character as a wiener, a beaten man who gets no respect, and in a hopeless pursuit for a woman on a plateau high above him. But, unlike a Hikaru Gosenkugi, who is the show's resident schlep, Mousse has moments of, well, what I can only describe as sheer brilliance. When ready to turn it up, Mousse is a badass to the nth degree. Nobody can mess with this guy. He's just so reckless, bloodthirsty, and cool. His battles with Ranma are some of the most visceral fight scenes in the series. Mousse is motion, and the animators seem to animate his scenes with an extra added twinkle. Above all else, Mousse is a multifaceted character, one we root on as he is courting his darling Shampoo, and one we jeer as he's remorselessly trying to vanquish Ranma. Mousse, as a human being, may be the perennial loser, but if it's true he who owns the most toys wins, well, none of us can touch this man. He is Mousse, and he is worth one last look. When we caught our first glimpse of this character, we were greeted with these words. What unearthlier happy is the rose distilled, which grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness. Tatewaki Kuno, you had me at hello. Casual onlookers might see this character as the typical cliché spoiled rich kid, the obnoxious entitled brat who thinks he could just reach out and take whatever he wants. Methinks they think wrongly indeed. While he is all of the aforementioned, he is also so much more. This man is numb to the outside world, oblivious of other people and their feelings. His classmates are either lambs to his own personal slaughter or sheep who are easily led. He is countless different kinds of crazy. He is homicidal, megalomaniacal, nymphomaniacal, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. In many ways, he is a brilliant young man, a scholar, a warrior poet. But in even more ways, he is a brainless Nimrod, clumsily stumbling over his own bare feet, unable to grasp the obvious, and so damn stubborn in his wrongness to accept anyone else's advice. He believes he to be the Blue Thunder, the shooting star of Furinken High School. He reminds his classmates of his enormous make-believe stature time and time again. Does this make he a laughingstock to his peers? Hell yeah! But strangely, there are students who fall in line, helpless to his charismatic purr, his confidence which permeates through every pore. Members of his kendo club, students who he has most likely bested in the past. Kuno guides they in cult-like fashion and run roughshod over their domain, making Ranma Saotome's life ever more a living hell. The throes of Mortal Kombat may not be Tatewaki Kuno's strong suit, but hold! It is his character, the tangled weeds that are his personality, which has no equal. My closest comparison is Richie Rich. He lived an opulent lifestyle, he flaunted his good fortune, he was unknowingly pompous. But we were supposed to be on Richie Rich's side. We were supposed to root for him. No! That don't work in my book. To me, Tatewaki Kuno is the perfect characterization of that stereotypical annoying rich kid. We're not on his side. We are not supposed to root for him. And even though he is hated by the viewer in innumerable ways, it's a good hate. The kind of hate that is fun as hell to watch. Small wonder why so many later episodes solely focused on the Kuno clan. These characters are so turgid and deplorable, rolling around in their excess like pigs in feces. But at the same time they are so damn interesting, so entertaining in their stupidity and abrasiveness. And standing at the helm of his fair lady Vincent's, Furinkenhai's upperclassman, its greatest warrior and greatest pervert, Tatewaki Kuno, scoring a very lofty number 3 on the countdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the top 10 pow, crash, boom moments of Ranma 1/2, where bones are broken, bruises are bruised, and bodies are flying. Our cameras are right there in on the action, and Ranma 1/2 has no shortage of this action. Number 10, Prince Toma's indentation incantation. Would you believe the first clip on this list to be a guy essentially punching himself out? Akane is in the clutches of the evil prince of Togenkyo, Toma! But who cares about her? He also has the cure for Ranma's curse on him! You bet your life Ranma is gonna try to take that from him. But not once, not twice, but thrice! Toma's got a little surprise for him! The illusion sword grants its user infinite magical power, including the power to reverse an opponent's punches right back at him! And with the Kachu Tenshin Amagori-ken, the results can get pretty ugly! Attempt number 1.
Loud like you.
Ooh, nice torque on that spin! Attempt number 2. Wow, look at the hang time! But it's the last exchange which nets the number 10 spot. Wow, let's see that again! Damn, that impact! The speed, literally wrenching the breath out of Ranma's chest, tearing through his flesh in a ray of light, only to throw him wildly, horizontally from the fight! The blows didn't just leave bruises, but actual dents in Ranma! Someone rushed this guy to a good body shop for a good refurbishing! Number 9! Shampoo's head cheese grinder! You might want to get the children away from the screen for this one! Shampoo has a nasty habit of running over Ranma with her bicycle, which for an accidental thing takes lots of skill! But this one takes the taco! First Ranma gets it while standing on someone's rooftop, so you gotta give her points for unpredictability! But watch as she pedals backwards and stays in place, right on top Ranma's body! Ow! The slow friction burn! It hurts just to watch this! Ranma didn't sell this move for nothing, but he's gotta be feeling the pain and missing a few layers of skin to Shampoo's tire treads. Stop! I can't watch anymore! Number 8! Ukyo Kuonji's She Scoops, She Scores! The ladies of Ranma 1/2 are so beautiful and delicate, but you never know what will set them off! Here is a tender moment between Ranma Saotome and the busty young Ukyo Kuongia! He just wants her to admit that she loves him, that's all! When from out of nowhere she starts bitch slapping him! And from there we get the coup de grace! Whammo! A perfect hit, followed by a perfect throw. Amazing how close our cameras were able to capture this. Ukyo does a fancy twirl with her spatula, and with a Babe Ruth swing, she flattens Ranma so hard his nose and mouth disappear. The only thing left on his face are his eyes, and they're bleeding. Then comes the throw. Perfect leverage there. Major air, square into the tree. Ranma luckily was able to live through this ordeal, but Ukyo...
Oh, I'm so embarrassed!
There's nothing to be ashamed of. That was a thing of beauty! Number 7, Akane's extreme right ankle. Ah yes, gym class, where youthful bodies transform into those of athletes and where grisly injuries are sure to occur. Akane Tendo innocently practices her routine on the balance beam, while Ranma, Bosen Kugi, Hiroshi, and Daisuke are squawking in the corner. Kids! Balance beams are extremely dangerous and require all your attention. Do not try this at home or at your school gym without any adult supervision. Why? Well, lose concentration for one measly moment. Something like this could happen. Oofa! That's gonna take some time to heal. Let's see that again. Bosen Kugi trips and provides this scene with its distraction. A flash! Now let's look at Akane's flapper foot action! She loses balance, lands awkwardly on the ankle. Not only are our cameras right in on the action, but so are the microphones! Sickening! Those bones snapped so loud you can hear it in Saskatoon! As predicted, her recovery was long and hard, but it was worth it as all her friends hosted daily parties at the Tendo Dojo in her memoriam! Akane Tendo, sure enough though, was back to her brutish ways in a few weeks' time. Good luck with that balance beam routine, girl! Break a leg! Ha ha! Number 6, Moonlone's Sanguine Censure. So rare when you see color on Ranma 1/2, and by color, I mean blood! Good hard crimson! But here we're about to see our good friend Ranma Saotome get himself a permanent tattoo! The hard way! We have Moonlone, one of the 7 lucky gods, wrapping up Ranma in razor-sharp cables in the most hardcore version of a cat's cradle ever! And like a cat toying with a mouse, she proves to Ranma she can kill him at any time she wants! Ka-ting! Slice! Oh, she cuts into the limb so slightly, yet just enough to get that satisfying sanguine mist! Fist of the North Star style! Oucha magoucha, Ranma should thank his lucky god for sparing his arm! And his life, cause he could have been chopped like a sausage! Number 5, Akane's modern art elbow. Here's the story. Akane Tendo has amnesia, but in the back of her brain, she knows she hates Ranma. And sometimes that comes out in a conditioned reflex. So here we have Ranma prodding Akane trying to jog her memory when out of nowhere, fap! She pie faces him from standing position, pushing the back of his head right into the floor. But still, somehow he stays on his feet. Now that's Art Deco. Only a blow from Akane could make a man nail such a position and stick it. Way to almost kill Ranma. Still want to get to know her better? Number 4, the Golden Pair's Skeletal Pulverizer. What a beautiful story to precede this beautiful spot. Trapped in the dreaded Goodbye Whirl, courtesy of Mikado Sanzanin and Azusa Shiratori. Ranma Saotome refuses to let go of Akane Tendo to save his own hide. In fact, when the Goodbye Whirl goes haywire and both skaters go flying, Ranma protects Akane even in mid-air. Oh, how romantic! Oh my god! That one had to hurt! He didn't even bounce! Ranma flips around Akane and takes the full brunt of this blow to the upper torso. Wham! Look at the perfect indenture in that concrete wall! It's a miracle all the bones in his body didn't explode into dust! Would you believe Ranma actually tried to stand up after this? Nice try, Macho Man! Number 3, Hinako's Nothing But Net! Hinako Ninomiya! I'm sorry, Miss Hinako Ninomiya. high school teacher extraordinaire and master of the dreaded Hoppo 5 Yen Satsu and the Hoppo no Yen coin return! The succubus sucks her enemy's kinetic energy and expels it back in the form of a yellow hot death ray! Ranma would love himself a yellow hot death ray! But Miss Hinako is keeping the power for herself and punishing the students of Barinkin High because of it! Ranma squares off with Miss Hinako in a duel to decide it all. And in this battle, one cannot leave oneself open, not for 1 microsecond. Otherwise, something like this will happen! Good Lord! That is a life-affecting blow! As if the 3rd degree burns from her key comet weren't bad enough, Hinako throws Ranma like a dart, spine first into the backboard. Smash goes the basketball hoop and Ranma's spine. Look how it rattles Ranma as all the air leaves his body. Gungala Gungala! If he could still manage to get that yen coin away from her following this, he might want to invest it in a nice wheelchair. Number 2. Ranma's head spin neckbreaker, otherwise known as the Pinwheel Stinger! Ranma Saotome has put out a challenge to the crafty Mikado Sanzani, and the two do battle in the whirlwinds of Mikado's Dance of Death! Some hairy things are happening here, but they are moving so fast our cameras can't see it! But what we did catch was Ranma's dramatic exit! Whack! Ooh! Don't think he nailed the dismount there! Ranma is jutted up into the air unexpectedly, and he has no control of his fall! Yak! That's the stuff paralysis is made of! Look at that spinal compression! And he's still spinning from the centrifugal force of the whirlwind! He does a full 360 upside down on his head before his neck turns into a Pez dispenser! Nothing a good chiropractor can't fix! And the number 1 pow, crash, boom moment of Ranma 1/2 goes to... You had to know it was her in advance! Akane Tendo's Ante Ojos del Sol! Here we have Ranma and Shampoo laying in the street, shampoo all over him like usual, when all of a sudden, bang! Did you see that? A cheap shot fueled by utter disgust and disregard! Let's dissect this. Look at Ranma! He's helplessly being held by the lips! No idea this is coming! On the right side of the screen, Akane's foot. Crunch! Perfectly goggling Ranma's eyes! Look how deep the heel sinks in! She's putting all her weight and then some on Ranma's face! Then to add injury and insult, look how she grinds that heel right in Ranma's eye socket! Like she's putting out a cigarette butt on the guy's face! That was vicious! You know, I don't think this marriage is gonna work out, but that's just me. So until next time where we scout out another anime for its shining maimings and brutality, this has been the top 10 pow, crash, boom moments of Ranma 1/2. See ya then!
Leader of the stupid team, Stupid Mousse!
Second in command of the team, Ralph Bear!
The mouth of these losers, Mr. Hand! Ha!
Tool!
Whatever. Alright, fellas, strike a pose! We're the challengers of the media challenge! Defenders and optimists of those now looked down upon! We're the crusaders of the furry fandom! Gijin Sentai! RB Comics! And you're watching DJClyve! Enjoy! I'm surrounded by fucking dorks. What am I doing with my life?
Just want to extend a great big thank you to the Ranmaverse out there. Balpine Giacomina's here along with Randolph D. Boardsfield.
How-do-we-do?
And I'm still giddy with excitement with what we have just seen. What a magnificent event we have just witnessed. Would you not agree?
Indubitably, the 20-man and woman Ranma 1/2 Invitational Royal Rumble.
The athleticism was off the chizzing. The competitors were jaw-droppingly unexpected. It was an evening we will never, ever forget.
One of the greatest matches I've ever called, and here we present to you highlights from this once-in-a-lifetime event.
Well, she may look like all smiles and sunshine, but Ukiyo Kuonji drew number 1, and that's nothing to smile about.
Agreed, Ballpeen, agreed. She is going to have to endure 20 men's worth of pain and torment.
Well, the least you could say about Ryoga Hibiki, he knows the odds are stacked against him, but he sure as hell is gonna make the most out of the moment.
Good grief, Ballpeen. Well, you can choose to look at it that way. I see it as plain pompous and indulgent.
You got something against performance art?
Performance art? This isn't performance art. This is just plain obnoxious.
Well, I think you can go to hell.
Hey, Ballpeen, would you believe a lot of people say that these two combatants show romantic chemistry outside the ring?
Well, I don't know if they'd be compatible as lovers, but as opponents, these two are sure to put on a clinic.
Yoga turns the tables on Ukiyo. We're counting down to our third entrance, and it's Sentaro Daimachi! I spoke briefly to Sentaro before this match, and he told me that he's been working extra diligently on his submission offense.
What good are submission holds in a Royal Rumble match?
You got me?
Ryoga trying to lift up Genma for a suplex, but the fatigue has set in! Reversal!
Ballpeen, are you as surprised as I am Genma is not competing in his panda form here tonight?
It's in the rulebook, Randolph. It's intergender, not interspecies.
I don't know where Ryoga is finding the strength! Look at this hanging vertical suplex! 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, you really held him up there.
Centauro with Genma.
Oh, no.
And he rushes. Right at the ropes. Oh, Genma's in danger of being eliminated. Is he? He's hanging on by a thread. And he's out.
What?
And Centauro thought he'd be cute and sneak an elimination on Ukiyo. She reversed it. And I think it's going to cost him.
Not smart at all.
Oh my god, Ukiyo's a house of fire.
Ryoga's going to be eliminated. Oh my god.
Ryoga sweeps back in under the bottom rope, and I can't believe
Snuffers 2
this.
and 1 still in it.
Do you see who just entered the ring, Randolph?
Yep, it's our good buddy and yours, DJClyve.
What is that guy thinking? These are trained martial artists. They're gonna ground him into hamburger.
Well, the guy has been an avid wrestling fan his entire life. Maybe he's picked up a thing or two.
Damn, like that textbook snap suplex.
Plus, he's 6'2", and you can't teach that.
I don't know about you, Randolph, but I have a bad feeling about DJClyve in this Rumble.
What do you mean? Oof! And there's Nabiki Tendo using those educated knees of hers.
I'll tell you what, color me impressed with Nabiki Tendo tonight.
Oh! Belly to back suplex, and Nabiki shows us some Japanese strong style.
Nakamura, Okada, Nabiki, sounds about right.
Whatever narrative this Rumble takes us on, the story thus far is Ryoga and Ukiyo Kuonji.
Their bodies have taken a pounding, and there's still a long road ahead, Randolph. Ryoga, running on empty, tapping into some kind of reserve I don't even think he knew he had. Oh!
Turn Nabiki into mackerel jerk. Elimination attempt. It's reversed. And Nabiki goes over. Oh no! She's in danger. Oh, and look at this triple teaming. It's a gangbang.
They beat her like she owed them money.
She probably did.
Look at this. Ryoga and Ukiyo have been in there for almost a half hour, still throwing haymakers. And look at that weaselly DJClyve just hanging in the corner, catching his breath.
It's strategy, Ballpeen, strategy.
He just eliminated Ryoga Hibiki, that dirty, rotten son of a...
Principal Kuno enters the fray, and I think we're in for the big fun, ya!
Never ever do that again.
Principal Kuno said that he'd use this Rumble as a lesson to teach his negligent students, to get into their heads,
by scrambling their brains. Well, Ranma Saotome is finally here, and the luck of the draw is not on his side.
Ukiyo and DJ! Oh, look at that! Beautiful double team!
Don't team up with him, eliminate him!
Principal Kuno's got Ukiyo. What's he gonna do?
Eat your heart out, Cesaro!
This is horrible timing. He's extremely vulnerable, but he doesn't care. Spinneroonie in the middle of the Rumble!
Stop fooling around and get DJClyve out of there! Oh, picture-perfect dropkick by Ukiyo sends Ranma sailing!
And DJClyve nudges him over the top rope!
And now the Robert De Niro kicks!
Hold on, Ranma! Hold on! Ah!
A travesty of justice! A travesty!
This mountain of a man, Ken Nee, is going to be a handful. They would best triple team him, right, Ballpeen?
I think they heard you, Randolph. Look at this teamwork!
Ken Nee was in for less than a minute, and he doesn't stand a chance!
Oh, Business has just picked up Randolph because in comes Ryu Kumon.
Look at the size of this man.
Presses him overhead like nothing. Oh, power slam!
Double chicken wing into a suplex.
Laying waste to everyone in the ring. Jackhammer!
Volpine, do you smell what I smell?
A new favorite to win the whole thing?
Yep.
Ryu, collar elbow tie-up. Oh, into a choke slam into power bomb! Oh, and again!
This is enough. Enough!
And one more time!
Ryu grabs the headmaster by the throat, tosses him over the top rope. My God, I blinked and he's back in, and he's back out!
You can't eliminate this man!
And there's DJClyve coming up the rear!
Say it, Randolph, just say it!
Say what?
Like a jackal!
Give it a rest, Volpine!
Like a vulture picking on the bones!
DJClyve with Ukyo. Oh, atomic drop! And Ryu Kuno with a super kick!
Why are they helping him?
Ryu dumps DJ over the top rope, and DJ's back in as fast as he
yes.
fell out. And
Oh,
once
yeah,
again,
yeah,
he's hanging
get him
on
out.
for dear life!
Out!
Stomping a mud hole in him!
What's Ukyo thinking?
I think she's waiting for an opening up. Here she goes!
Ah!
Almost disastrous for Ryu as he climbs back in. Oh, and now he turns his attention on Ukyo!
And DJClyve slithers back into the ring like the snake he is!
Ukyo's been in here for over 40 minutes! 40 minutes,
And
people!
Ukyo's dream is over!
Oh, dear God!
The Dojo Destroyer has just arrived to claim he another auspicious dojo sign for winning he the Royal Rumble. No exaggeration, Randolph, I heard the man weighs a metric ton.
Well, Ryu Kumon's done pretty well till now.
Right, till now. But he's literally running headfirst into a brick wall.
Eggs and potatoes!
And here I thought Ryu Kumon was unstoppable in this Rumble. But against the Dojo Destroyer, he's being handled like a small child!
Keep your eyes glued to the left-hand side of the screen, folks! I have a feeling a big elimination's about to happen!
Ryu Kumon is probably wishing right now he knew Uma-sen can!
Oh, can no one stop this monster? Oh! Oh! Oh!
The Gambling King is a fine example of British strong-style wrestling!
You all lose! With grace, the king nails Kodachi with a spinning back elbow.
The king himself a student of Lord Stephen Regal!
And it looks like Kodachi's in trouble. Where are the gymnasts hiding under the ring when you need them?
If they were smart, they'd be focusing their efforts on the big guy! It's gonna take all four of them to get him out!
DJClyve and the Dojo Destroyer both trying to get the king out.
But the king uses his dirty tactics to weasel his way in!
DJ grabs a waistlock.
Yeah, right! Why don't you stick to character profiles, Deuce J?
DJ, please don't lift more than 40 pounds. You're gonna give yourself a hernia.
Good! And enter the Blue Thunder of Purinken High! The king's got him up! Oh! Scintillating vertebraker!
Hey, I wonder if he knows how to do the Blue Thunder Bomb. Jeez. Did we expect anything more from Tatewaki Kuno?
The guy's a winner in life, but a loser in battle.
And DJClyve hoists the king up and over!
Guys, I work cheap. Hire me. You need to work on your strategy.
It's looking as if the king's time in this rumble is spent.
Guy's hanging on, though.
Yeah, I know!
And look at this, the Destroyer thwarts DJ's attempt, and the king is left hanging on by a pinky finger!
DJ manages to get the Dojo Destroyer down.
Down, and now he resumes his work.
The king valiantly hanging
And
on!
he's out.
Oh!
My god, DJ's gonna win this whole thing, isn't he?
Let the record show that the DJClyve character is being controlled by CPU.
It's just him and the Goliath. What's he got in store? Oh my goodness!
Stratisfaction!
And to enter one pantyhose Taro, can you believe number 19 in the Rumble?
Only one superstar left to enter. I wonder who it could be.
Oh yeah, nice flashy moves out of pantyhose, but there's no 1, 2, 3s in this match.
Yeah, really. They need to focus on the Destroyer. Get him out of there. What? What?
Pantyhose is onto something. Leave him the hell alone, DJ-Clyve.
Now's your chance, Pantyhose. Keep on
Yeah,
him.
keep kicking and never stop kicking.
The Dojo Yabori just so close to being eliminated. I
Yes!
can't believe it. Wow.
Amazing! What a feather in his cap.
We're counting down to the final
3,
entrant, ladies
2,
and gentlemen.
1. Let's see who it is.
What's going on, Volpine? The whole arena's gone dark.
Can it be? Randolph, do you know that music?
I know the music, but they gotta be playing the wrong tracks because this is impossible. This can't be
Everything's
happening.
possible in the WWE. Oh my lord!
It's him. It's Inuyasha. It's Inuyasha. Inuyasha. Inuyasha.
What a moment!
The fans here.
Not a single person in their seat.
Yeah, right, Volpine, right. Oh my lord, I can't believe I'm living through this.
This guy is gonna go in there and clean house like we've never seen.
myself.
Well, hopefully it's pity. Do it, Pantyhose, do it! Give these fans the happy ending they deserve!
Pantyhose off the rope and stratisfaction to DJ!
Something tells me Pantyhose Taro is about to take DJ on his last ride.
And Inuyasha's right there!
Bam!
Bam! Pounds of my railroad spike! Vicious MMA style knees to the face! How much more of this can DJ take?
Up! Yes!
Oh, no,
he has been
DJ.
busted wide open!
The man has a wife and 3 dogs!
DJ with Pantyhose. No,
Pantyhose is up and over. Oh my God, he's
Get
in
in!
such danger.
Get in!
Woo!
I can't breathe!
DJ on the ropes, bleeding, wobbly legs. What's keeping him in this?
I don't know, but this guy's got more lives than Malmo Lin.
Come on, Balkeen. At this point, you have to put away your personal bias and stand up and applaud this man.
How narcissistic would it be if he won this, Randolph?
Pantyhose with DJ.
Follow
Whoa,
the buzzards!
What the heck was that?
DJ up in Pantyhose's clutches. What is this gonna be?
A widow's pig!
Now I'm in the mood for Squared Circle Restaurant.
And he, oh my God!
Pantyhose has finally got DJ where he wants him. Please, Inuyasha, don't ruin this.
Inuyasha,
No! What are you
sweet.
doing? Stay on him, Pantyhose.
Chicken,
Stay on.
chicken. Oh
No!
Inuyasha just rescued DJ from the jaws of oblivion!
He's gonna win.
DJClyve shows Inuyasha his eternal gratitude.
Ooh, Death Valley Driver. Oh, I think Pantyhose finally sees it. This guy's gotten too big for his britches.
DJClyve up and over. We've seen him in this position before, ladies and
Inuyasha's
gentlemen.
getting up. Leave him the f alone, Inuyasha.
And DJ is
Yes!
finally out
Yes!
and we're down to 2,
Yes!
ladies and gentlemen. Will it be the sentimental house of fire, Pantyhose Taro, or the surprise free agent, Inuyasha?
One of these two men will be our
Pantyhose
winner.
with the full Nelson.
Randolph, I don't think Inuyasha was prepared for the fire within Pantyhose Taro here tonight.
The boy's got a lot of anger, most of it thanks to Hapasai. He's gonna take it out on him.
Pantyhose Taro looks like he's about to bust out some new moves we haven't seen from him.
What is this? He's got him up. Bam!
Modified Gory Bomb. Whoa. He's over. And he's out of position. Oh my goodness.
Now's your chance, but he may have blown it.
Give him the Yate Ojos del Sol.
Inuyasha's got demon strength. Pantyhose needs to tap into his inner demon.
He got him. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen.
You cannot deny his strength, his resolve, his perseverance.
A much-deserved winner.
I don't know about you, Balkeen, but I'm still shaking from calling that match.
Me too, Randolph, me too. Stay tuned, Ranmaverse. After this quick break, we'll show you highlights from last night's main event. Girl-type Ranma, Akane Tendo, Shampoo, and Mousse inside Hell in a Cell.
Aloha, Ranma fans. This is your good buddy DJClyve sending y'all an extra relaxed hello from the island of Maui. And this is an extra special Aloha Spirit edition of... where I'll be answering the most commonly asked questions from viewers like yourselves. Without further ado, let's... merengue! I'll see y'all later. See? Told you I'd be back.
What are your least favorites?
Yeah, over the course of my Ranma 1/2 tenure, I have done my share of top 10 favorite lists. My top 10 favorite characters, or my top 10 favorite character profiles. A lot of my viewers have inquired about my least favorites, and I never really got around to doing those lists. But, you know, to those of you out there who are curious, my least favorite characters, I think it's pretty obvious that Hapasai is my least favorite character in Ranma 1/2. He introduced a lot of smut and just like cheap reaction humor, and I was never really a big fan of that. Ranma 1/2 was always such a smartly written show. It didn't need to go to those levels, and plus, once he jumped aboard the animation, it kind of took a tumble. So even if you were into that titillating thing, I mean, what's to look at? You know, the animation is so poor, it's not like you're gonna get a reaction out of it. So what are you looking at? It's just a mess. So yeah, he was pretty much a jumping the shark moment for me, and I could see him being a jumping the shark moment for a lot of people. He'd be my least favorite character. Some honorable mentions, Genji Heita, never really was a big fan of him. There wasn't really a whole lot going on with that character. Sentaro Daimonji, I always found his little world within a world thing to be kind of boring and way too complex. If I were to go into the manga, I never liked Rouge. Rouge was way too busy a character, way too Dragon Ball Z a character. I like to keep my Ranma villains a little bit more simple. As far as my least favorite character profiles go, I would say Genji Heita, because there really isn't a whole lot going on with that profile. I can only spread the character so far. And plus, the quality of it, the video quality of it was really, really hazy. My video equipment and my editing techniques back then weren't so refreshed. And I remember I had to make a copy of a copy, like I turned my file into a DVD and then I had to re-rip the DVD. It's complicated. But in the end, it looked like garbage, so that's one of my least favorite character profiles. Then there was the Dojo Destroyer profile. That character, it was so hard to do that profile because the character was on screen for so little time and I had to spread it for like 5 minutes. And it was such a chore, plus the rap music theme that I put in the background, it really didn't fit. It wasn't really a natural fit for the character. So I would put that up there. And the Kangyu the Herder star profile, as much as it pains me to say this because I really put a lot of work into that profile, it's the drizzling shits. I can't go back and watch that because it just reminds me of all the hardships that I went through making that profile. Plus the Razefon soundtrack. I love the Razefon soundtrack, don't get me wrong. I think it's just atmospheric and cool. But I think I should have went with a more lighthearted soundtrack for that because it would have been a better fit. That soundtrack to the Kangyu the Herder star profile, it just makes it needlessly gloomy. And I just don't think it was a natural fit. So yeah, that's about it for that one. So I hope I satisfied your curiosity, and on with the next one.
What is your role within JW Studios?
Mr. Jarrah White and I have been in business together strictly due to our kinsmit over Ranma 1/2. He had been on YouTube way before I entered the scene, and it was my Genma Saotome profile, more specifically the end of the Genma Saotome profile, which brought us together. Wanted to do his own version of the asshole video. I guess he was inspired or something, and from there on in we were constantly in contact, bouncing ideas off of each other. And if it weren't for Jarrah, you probably wouldn't be seeing those Channel Zero News characters as often, since they were intended to be a one and done in the Yotaro profile.
What the heck happened to you there at the end?
Well, you know I'm a reporter, not an interviewer.
Yeah, but all you had to do was read the questions.
I couldn't just read the question. That wouldn't have sounded natural.
So instead you decided to sound awkward.
Look, you want an interviewer, you hire an interviewer. I'm not gonna sit here and take your crap. I was way out of my comfort level. You want it done right?
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will, huh? Maybe I will. Get out of here!
But they would later become a useful tool in hyping up projects on Jarrah's channel, in particular Ranma's Declaration of Motherhood, as well as projects on my own channel eventually. Every once in a while I do voiceover work for Jarrah's Moonfaker specials, but that's where my involvement ends with that. I don't know what the hell Jarrah is talking about with those specials. You have to be an astrophysicist to know what he's talking about, and last I checked, I am not Stephen Hawking. I do believe conspiracy is out there. I don't believe everything my eyes see, but I don't go any further than that. I don't try to like prove it to anybody or come up with like ironclad facts and stuff like that. That's his thing, not mine. And to those of you who sling arrows in my direction because of my affiliation with Jarrah, what do you want me to say? The guy's my friend, all right? I can't help that he's a controversial act on YouTube. I mean, don't we all have a weird hobby? This is your good buddy DJClyve, and I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I'm totally blasted. I'm totally out of ideas. So, just back to the DJClyve Show, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so sue me, alright? I got nothing planned. I'm just doing this completely off the cuff. And I've had a few drinks. So, whatever that. Goodbye.